guys, Cheap here. I remember that I work tomorrow and the day after, and I don't normally get to record on days that I work. So we're going to try to crank out 4 more episodes today, so it's going to be 6 in a sitting. If my voice is giving out on me by the end of it, I'm super sorry. It just happened. Alright, that's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. I'm also going to stop trying to do voices, because that should help. Of course she's okay. Probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. Probably more desirable than all of us combined. Oh, let's not get into this conversation. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me, because she knows I'll give her a straightforward answer. Never mind that. I'll jump anyways. My last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I thought I've heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? In the study hall? I isn't aware that you play music as well, Monica. Oh, I don't really. I just kind of started recently. Always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Cheap. Monica smiles sweetly. Look, lady, you're popular and I'm clearly a dork. Why do you have a crush on me? I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Just leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. Sure, Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. It's a cookie! How long do they take to eat? Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Hey, Yuri. Huh? I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the ones we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time here any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. Fallen watches she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Please don't drop it. Sure. Yuri hands her the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this into the teacher's desk, then we'll get going, then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movement. Yeah, like a creeper. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? I keep trying to do voices and I don't want to. Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? Huh? We're just... Yuri's gonna make some tea, so... I suddenly realized how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. I have a one-person job, isn't it? Do you want to stop being a blocker? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve cheap and club activities? Shots fired! I love it when she's sassy. Eh? My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Huh. Let's go, Cheap. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. As the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, you're vicious, and I like it. Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I was expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Cheap. How come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. You always amplify things in your head. Mine turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. They kiss. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Cheap. I really like being friends with you. I want to touch your butt. Haha. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Why am I coughing? I'm moving the mic away and I still see it peak. I'm sorry. Anyway. Yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we filled the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. They had a moment. Cheap, do you like oolong tea? Sure. Because we expect our character to know what that is. Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided that I would try to express myself a bit more. Turns out that it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyways. Wink, wink. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Cheap. That's why I have your face carved into my wall at home. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't know if I can keep up with this. Watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Cheap, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Eh? Why's that? A little bit easier on my back. Free with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I'm not sure if that's because of her bust size or not. Like, that's a really common thing if you have large tatas, which is what I'm calling them. It's really common to have back pain because you got, like, an extra chunk of weight on your chest. And it's a bummer, and that's why certain people do not go anywhere without a tata holder on. Is that so? I wonder what it is. Most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes, definitely that, not these. I have terrible reading posture. That's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. Go ahead and get the book. Or I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. Oh, I have some chocolate as well. A bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. I don't know how you keep anything hidden from that. She seems to be on point. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Depending on the tea. Because I know in some cases you actually don't put anything in the tea, and then you have your sweets separate. But like, chocolate doesn't go with every tea, unfortunately. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups to our side. If in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Can't see too well. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like that? Set your hand on her leg. No, don't do that. Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost like more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed. I bet $10 Yuri has noticed everything. She seems pretty aware of situations. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. Put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. It's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. Fills it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. The result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips, as if the situation was completely natural. What do you mean? This is totally natural. Her eyes sparkling. That means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. That's adorable. Also, what kind of chocolate do you have that's wrapped like that? Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Huh? Oh, she's confused. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? Yeah, friends. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. It's all of us. Yeah. Then, you don't need to stop or anything. I see. Situation has gotten really tense in his pants. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. Notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breasts. Are y'all gonna make out right here now on the floor? I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her... It's barely in her mouth! I feel her hot breath on my finger. You calm down. Okay, everyone. Ah! Ah! Tea flies everywhere. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Cheap, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. Spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah! Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling that this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. I guess we're too embarrassed to talk to Yuri, but we're gonna do it anyways because I'm a monster. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Cheap. So it might be even better than yesterday's. Wait, have we been in the club a few weeks or for 2 days? Or maybe we're doing poems every day and that's a thing. How'd you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday, I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. Really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. Knees weak. Mom's spaghetti. Right in that pocket. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. It's being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds really stupid. But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. I'll punch every single one of those people in the face. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Oh, jeez. The raccoon. Let me, get ready for this. Take a drink of water, because it's gonna be a bit. Also, because I'm really bad at reading cursive. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, and aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. Say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread's always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows excitement, a rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So she's feeding herself by training this raccoon. I mean, look, I could sit here and go, alright, a guilty snack. So, for some reason, probably because she's female, like just even eating bread makes her feel guilty in the middle of the night. The scuttering of a raccoon outside, which is it's an odd word choice, but it's probably got a point to it. I'd have to actually look that word up. Look, it's been a while. Like, the raccoon was already doing something outside. And then she notices her own strange tendencies as an unordinary human. So, like, she's drawing more attention to the fact that she is odd. Also, like, there's so much attention to this knife that, you know, like, she's gonna someday kill that raccoon or something, but she's more transfixed by using the knife than by feeding the raccoon. Anyways, I'm not gonna go into it. The raccoon, an urge to use the knife. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna move on. I'm not gonna do this. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. That's right. A bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at its face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge my more unusual hobbies. The sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. But I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Cheap? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. Best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. But I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Cheap. That's an exaggeration a little bit. It's just how I feel. Never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Just a lie. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this episode off here, because there's never a good place to break. Bye!